Hello y'all, welcome to part 10 of my Italy playthrough in the game Hearts of Iron 4. In part 9, the Comintern along with the USSR was destroyed, and Turkey joined the Allies, which was a mistake on their part. I think they regret doing it anyway, because we rushed down into Turkey and flooded into Allied-controlled Middle East. So the Allies have lost Iraq, Syria, Lebanon, Palestine, Jordan, and Arabia, which, well, they were occupying Arabia and Iraq. We took those back for Italy, though. Now we're pushing into Egypt, and we're hoping to take Italian North Africa and reclaim Italian East Africa, where we have some troops holding out. So our goal is to link up there. And also, after we do all this, we're not going to really worry about West Africa. That's not our concern. We'll let the rest of the Axis handle that. We're going to eventually try to send some units into the UK through a naval invasion. We're building up a stockpile of naval bombers, and we're hoping to take on the UK that way and the home islands. Also, the Allies keep sending naval invasions into France. It doesn't really go well for them usually, even though they get ports, but they have been destroying their own armies by not really supplying these invasions too well. So that's going on. We had some naval invasions in southern France as well as Rome, but we drove them off with the 8th Italian Army, which is made up entirely of foreign divisions. Well, it's mainly volunteers and divisions from our puppets, but they have been useful there. And at this time, we have a lot of things we need to do. Join wars. We don't want to join any wars at this time. The Greater German Reich is going to call us into, because you see, they went to war with Japan, I think. It's possibly because Japan attacked the Saibai-Senma Free State, which is, it's a puppet of Germany, so we are avoiding that conflict for sure. And speaking of puppets, when the USSR fell, I think they had a few Chinese puppets, I believe. But anyway, members of their faction, members of the Comintern, we got the Chinese Empire as our puppet, and we also got, let's see what else. The Greater German Reich got the majority of the land in the USSR, but we made Greater Armenia into our subject, and we also got the Russian Empire, who we need to give land to. We have this random province, this random state over here. We need to give them Amir. And that's that. So let's give them that piece of land, return that territory, take Mus, Amir, and Baltar Tiraspol. They're going to get that. Congratulations. And so that should help out the Russian Empire at least a little bit with manpower, I hope. And they have it. How much manpower do they have? They have 186,000 manpower, 3 military factories, and 2 civilian factories. It could be better for them, but it is what it is. And we have some doctrines available. And let's maybe do naval strike torpedo tactics. We also need to probably establish those naval bomber air wings in the Low Countries so they can start attacking the English Channel as well as the North Sea. We have a bunch of close air support here as well. Call them in. Also, put a couple close air support aircraft into the role of naval bombers, so they'll be able to annoy the British and the Allies at sea somewhat, I hope. They're not going to be very effective at it, but it's better than nothing, frankly. And we need some more planes here. Put them in Flandern, which is near the fighting going on with the naval invasion, but it's whatever. And we have naval bombers, Sparaviros, being set here in Flandern, Flanders, really. Put a few close air support and keep putting down planes here. And we're going to have to flood the skies with the naval bomber squadrons as well as close air support. We're also going to give them a few fighters, just so they'll be protected somewhat. Give them like a few squadrons of fighters. These planes are going to be up in the skies very soon, and one more squadron of fighters should do it. There we go. These squadrons are going to cost a lot of fuel, but it's whatever. We'll make it just fine. We have plenty of fuel at this point. I think we're trading. Who are we trading with? We're trading with... Oh, we need more fuel. Okay, let's trade maybe with Iran. Let's trade a lot with Iran. Trade with Iran for more fuel, because we'll need it to keep these planes in the sky constantly. And let's set these planes up here. Have a bunch of them go into the English Channel somewhat. Some of them they'll go into the naval bombers, will go into the North Sea, naval strike. Send these planes into the English Channel. There we go. Don't use close air support. Do naval strike. That'll be done. And let's send these bombers, these close air support also into the English Channel. Use port strike. They'll be doing that. And we'll have some CR-32 planes, a squadron of those fighter aircraft in the English Channel to protect our bombers. And let's also send these planes here into the north. Send these fighters here into the North Sea. Have those planes out, and have one squadron run interception, just in case. So that's going to be done there. So we should, over time, dwindle down the huge naval presence the Allies have in the English Channel in the North Sea, hopefully. And we also got to relocate a few of our planes that are in the east. Well, they were attached to the eastern front, but let's maybe move them down into Egypt, though, and support our advancing forces there. That's the plan. And move these planes here, put them in Alexandria, have them push through Egypt along with the rest of our forces. And just, we're relocating so many planes. And those planes are all going to Cairo. Okay. And that's going to be done. These planes got to be moved as well. Let's send them to, I guess, Palestine. They'll watch Egypt, I guess. Yeah, they'll do that with everyone else. That'll be done. So they're going to Palestine. Okay, so we have a huge presence of aircraft in Egypt at this point, which we almost fully control, I think, which is good. Take this province here, these couple of provinces the Allies left behind. We're pushing into, I think, Libya now. We're trying to capture Tobruk, please. We want to get back Italian North Africa. That is the ultimate goal there. And these two divisions here should probably just push south, honestly. Let's give them their own orders. Like, yeah, let's do that. So, okay, so let's give them their own orders. Push here. Just advance down here. Is anybody attached to that at all? 10 divisions? We need to probably give all these divisions their own orders. Maybe. Okay, whatever. Let's push with these units, though. Just advance into, like, West Africa, East Africa, and try to push out the Allies down here. Mainly the British. They're the main army down here. The main country with all their units at this time in this area. Because this is their colonies, and they want to protect those areas. And we need to make sure they're kicked out so we can rescue our troops that are stuck in Ethiopia at this time. The Suez Canal was blown up early on into this playthrough. I think they repaired it in part 9, but it's whatever. Just push hard down here, please. Thank you, everyone. We still have some fighting going on in Arabia. We're trying to capture these places here. There's a port down here. Let's go capture that and kick the British out for good there. The Italian Central Arabia, who is our puppet, they were occupied for a long time by the Allies, which is good that we are able now that we got some fighter research done. Nice. So let's fix that. We got some outdated equipment in production. Let's start making, what do we need to make? We need to make more advanced fighters to full gear. Fighter 2, essentially. We also need to put some factories on artillery when we get the chance. We need so many artillery guns. Push these Philippine troops here, Filipino units, and attack that one division with our 3 divisions. That's done. Research slot available. We have so many research slots available. Get tactical bomber research, maybe. Let's also get the new... What can we get? I don't know. We can't do nothing there. Let's get some, I guess, motorized, mechanized research. And possibly go to naval tech. Can we get anything related to naval invasions, please? Can we get this? What is this? Okay, we can't get advanced landing craft yet. Get magnetic mine, though. Magnetic mine. And get dual purpose secondary battery. We're pushing into North Africa still with that few, like 4 divisions there. We need to put 1 army there, honestly. Just have them push push into North Africa. Yeah, let's send the entire, what are all these armies doing? They're going to go to North Africa. Where are they going? No, they're going down there. Let's have the 2nd Italian Army focus entirely on pushing into North Africa. And that's their plan there. That's their objective. It's to retake Italian Libya and take Tripoli back from the Allies who are occupying that place at this time. Unpause now. And how are our naval bombers doing? It's probably a big plane battle, I imagine. Maybe it is. Okay, yeah, they're still dominating the seas. It's whatever, though. Here's some Lindleys from Legionary Transylvania, our puppet. Thank you, Transylvania. And we're pushing hard into East Africa. We're trying to push back the British here, who are just sort of not really present, except maybe in, I guess... Oh, right. Let's try to push out here in Ethiopia, possibly. Let's just wait, actually. We could get them encircled by accident. That would be bad. So we have the Italian 4th Army down here, as well as the remnants of the Italian 6th Army. And the Italian 6th Army, initially in World War II, in our version of World War II, they were defending Italian Central Arabia, but their positions got compromised, and they had to regroup in... They had to regroup in Ethiopia because the Suez Canal got blown up. And Bulgaria, Bulgaria, they declared war on Romania, who is a puppet of the Germans. They're going to now be fighting them. I think that Bulgaria wouldn't surprise me if they joined the Allies, honestly. And let's send maybe the 10th Army to go. I don't know. Let's have the Germans deal with them. It's a German puppet. And, okay, we have some big naval, battles going on in the North Sea and English Channel. Any ships sunk? No. We're trying to sink anything with these naval bombers. Huge naval battle there. We lost 2 bombers. Great, so we're trying to sink anything we can find. Bulgaria joins the Allies. Okay. We lost some planes. The Bulgarians have pushed toward, and the United Kingdom's called into the war. Great, so let's send the 8th Italian Army to try and contain the Bulgarian advance in Yugoslavia. Yugoslavia is our puppet. If we can just stop them from advancing, that would be good, because obviously we don't need our puppet to just die because they're trying to advance into them. And our units from the 2nd Italian Army are already in North Africa. Let's begin pushing with them now, and also let's relocate these few divisions of the 5th Italian Army and have them continue their advance into Sudan and into Ethiopia down there. So let's draw this line, and ultimately we would like to at least get to the Congo, maybe, and at least get that under our control, but who knows, we need to at least get Italian East Africa. That is paramount for us. So let's get these troops out of here and take all these provinces that the British are just not defending too well. The Italian 2nd Army is advancing pretty well, even though their commander fell ill, apparently. There's 1 American division here. They're not going to be able to stand against like 24 Italian divisions pushing hard into like Benghazi and all that. So that's working out for us thus far. How many planes do we have at this point? We need more planes in the sky. How many fighters? We have 102. We have 102 interwar fighters. Okay, get some more planes up there. Another group of C-32s, send them into the English Channel to fight for control of that area and try to fight whatever planes they send out. And what is the air battle like there? 200 Italian planes versus 300 planes of the Allies. Okay, and now we have we have a focus we gotta do. Let's do Marines and landing craft. Get that done. Doctrines available. Let's get ground support, integration. Unlock that, please. Thank you, game. Insufficient resources. We need rubber. We were supposed to be getting rubber from the Germans, but they don't got it anymore, I think. Let's get it from Brazil, maybe? I don't know. We're probably going to have that stuff get attacked by enemy submarines on their way to our land, but it's whatever. And the British are holding out in Asmara. They're going to lose their ground down in Eritrea, which is going to be retaken for Italy. Yeah, they're gone. And the Greater Portugal has called the Hellenic state into a war for help, and we have really rescued our we've started to reverse our situation a lot in Italian East Africa. Now let's start pushing with the Italian 4th Army and try to go down south into like Kenya, Uganda, that area in general. So just push, please, use the order, activate it, and advance, since we have some momentum here, and that's going to take place. And the British are just losing so much ground, the Allies in general are. Push here, take this place with Axis, and just get into North Africa. Like I said, I don't really care about West Africa. The Germans can handle that. We just need all of Italian East Africa and Italian North Africa back under the control of Mussolini's Italy. And we are pushing into North Africa now with little to no opposition. There's hardly anyone here fighting against us, trying to stop us, which is fine by me. If we take these places back in North Africa, we could even go to French North Africa. If we capture all these locations, these regions, that would give the Allies less places to base their ships out of to attack Italy, the Italian peninsula anyway. And the Philippines has capitulated. The Allies are fighting Japan at the same time they're fighting us, and Japan is also fighting us, so that's there's a lot of chaos right now. All the factions in the world are fighting against each other. We got some divisions from Russia. Let's hand them off to the 8th Italian Army, which is entirely made up of foreign divisions at this point and expeditionaries. We're trying to push into Bulgaria. It has a little bit mixed results, and let's keep pushing here. And if Bulgaria is still around by the time we get control over, say, all of North Africa to nationalist Spain, to their territory, Morocco there, we'll probably go help Bulgaria. We'll help take Bulgaria with the 2nd Italian Army. Switzerland joined Allies. German Reich declared war on the Allies. Great. So let's move the Italian 8th Army back. Move the Italian 8th Army back, please. Retreat from this area and go fight the Swiss in the mountains here. Terrific. That's great. Let's maybe relocate a bunch of our planes. And yeah, these planes are just not doing anything right now. Put some planes in North Africa. No, in Ethiopia maybe. Put a few fighters there. Get a couple Let's move these bombers, move these, and there we go. Let's move these down here. Focus on Italian East Africa, please, or the Upper Nile. I'll take that. That's better than nothing. Yeah, so we have some planes in the sky there, and we're sending the Italian 8th Army to go deal with the Swiss, who are being attacked by the Germans at the very least, so they aren't immediately advancing into the territory we control. We have an operative available. Portugal wants us to join in their war efforts. No. And are we fighting Japan at this time? Good, we're not. And forget that stuff about the operative. We're pushing more into East Africa, and Portugal, Free France, calls the Swiss into a war. Okay. Can we take Tripoli, please? That's all we gotta do. Also get Tunisia, possibly. And the 8th Italian Army is trying to get into position. That's going to take them some time, though. And I think the Germans are going to be able to take care of Switzerland, hopefully. Switzerland. And that's good. So we have some naval battles going on here. We lost some convoys to some British forces, unfortunately. Do we have any more planes ready? We could put them in Flanders, possibly. That would be what we're going to do. If they are available, put some naval support here. Well, close air support. Put them up in the skies. Do naval strikes, please. Actually, no. Do port strike. Do port strike with those. Then we're going to fight for control of the airspace there even more. And that's all we can do with those planes currently. It's just a brutal fight in the English Channel right now for a Battle of Britain between Italy and the British. And let's advance into Switzerland, or try to, with the Italian 8th Army, which may not really be they might not be the best unit to do so, because they're just a hodgepodge of division templates, which is, yeah, Bulgaria has capitulated, Axis defeated them, good. Keep pushing here. Let's go into Italian Somaliland, continue pushing, and doctrines available that's for air. Let's get battlefield support for higher air superiority, plus 20%, okay. Dual purpose secondary battery is researched. And now let's research what in our research tree. Let's get Marines 1. We'll do that. And how is the push going in North Africa? We are encountering some divisions from Ecuador, El Salvador. It's whatever, but we did also encircle like 2 British divisions here, and they're going to be destroyed very soon. We're pushing into Tripoli. That's going to fall. And how are our planes doing? We need to move more of them around. They aren't doing anything, really. Some of them aren't anyway. Move them into North Africa. No, put them in Tripoli. Good. Put them here. Fight for Tripoli, please. Good. That's done. Move more of these planes here. Move them into airbase in Tripoli and Libya. And the reason why we have such a huge airbase in Tripoli is because when we were still holding on to Africa in the early phases of World War II, holding on to North Africa anyway, we made it a huge airbase, or at least attempted to do so, and now that's going to come back and, well, be useful to us once again. Let's send this division to the Italian 8th Army, who's trying to break into Switzerland. And Switzerland is losing some territory, but it's very much a fortress, and we have some doctrines available. Let's do convoy interdiction, insufficient resources, whatever. Let's research, let's research improved computing machine. That's going to be done. Call to arms request. No, I'm not fighting Japan for you, Germany. You got yourself into that. You're on your own. Any planes ready? No, they're not. Oh well, so let's keep pushing into North Africa, though. There are some refineries down here, so fortunately, since we're retaking North Africa, those will be under our control again. Push here. Keep pushing the Allies back, please. How many more planes had to be relocated to be more useful? Move these planes from Egypt, put them in Tripoli, and focus on that area entirely. Did we retake all of Tripoli? Okay, let's move them into North Africa then. And we have some bombers still down here. Move them into the, the Eastern Maghreb. We're fighting for that area even more. We have tons of air support at this point, so the Allies are definitely probably going to lose North Africa as we advance deeper and deeper into French-held territory there. And we have a free division somewhere, unassigned division anyway, from Russia. Send them to the Italian 8th Army, who's just sort of a reserve force, honestly, at this point. Well, they're sort of not really a reserve force, but just sort of a army we had to just tackle things in Europe, because our main army, our main military force in the our main advancing how to say this? They're not exactly the main divisions of Italy, let's just say that. And Switzerland's almost out of the war. They're going to capitulate very soon. They've just been surrounded on all sides. They just have no help, unfortunately, because of their geographical position. It was a mistake for them to join the Allies, honestly, like it was for Turkey. I don't know what Turkey expected to happen. These countries just join a faction that is not exactly... It's just sort of... They made it easier for us to do everything, really, just by joining that war. Let's continue pushing into North Africa. Let's set up an order here for the Second Army, Switzerland has capitulated, gave us a lot of equipment. Thank you, Switzerland. And let's push into North Africa, please. Get to Algiers, get to Algeria, and take control of everything here. Push hard as we can. Just drive out the Allies. Take this port up here, and I guess Bazart. That's not how you pronounce it, but whatever. And what's this about here? This is a justification on us. Japan is justifying on the Chinese Empire. Okay, so why? Leave them alone. They're not doing anything to you. They're just there. The Hunter Regiments campaign. Do they even have any divisions? I don't think they do. Great. So can we get manpower from them, though? We could. Just we had to redo these divisions. Japan declared war on the Chinese Empire. Now we have to fight Japan, whether we like it or not, because of our Chinese Empire puppet. Great. And we can't do anything to help them. And they call Pakistan in to help the war effort there. Whatever. So we do have to fight Japan at this point, I guess. After we capitulate the Allies, we'll go deal with Japan. There's one division here from the Chinese Empire. They gave us one division. It was Communist China, but the Chinese Empire is just completely isolated. We can't save you, sorry. Even though there are some Greek divisions in China for some reason. I mean, the Hellenic states being very generous to send us some help there, but we just can't do anything at this time. Yeah, that's not going to work out for us, isn't it? It's not. And they're completely surrounded, so they're not going to survive that battle. That one division in Yan'an is going to get destroyed. No national focus set. Let's do Sea Wolves. I should have not have made... I regret making the Chinese Empire a puppet. I wanted to stay out of war with the Japanese, but we had to fight them now because they can't contain their excitement to take over all of China. They had a huge Chinese puppet there, but it wasn't enough, so Italian China is going to fall, and we're still going to push into Africa. How are we doing there? Have we got all of Italian Africa back yet? Yes, we have got all of Italian Africa back, essentially. Push these British divisions here in Barbera. Barbera, yeah, I guess it's what it's called. Take that, please. Push more into this area. Try to take out the British there, or at least put one army on this area, in this area, very soon. Keep pushing here, advance into this area, get into Stanleyville, I suppose. Move down there, and we're going to surround those British divisions in that area, well, in Barbera. And let's drive the British out of Somalia. Well, these are American. No, they're British. Whatever. So those British divisions are gone there. Keep pushing into North Africa. We're still gaining a lot of ground very fast, as I think the Americans, no, the French have an armored division down here, an armored unit. It's not enough to do anything, though. Doctrines available, air doctrine. Let's get maybe strategic destruction done, and that's going to be completed in the doctrine tree for the air doctrine. Push here in North Africa. We're just going into more of Tunisia now and Algeria. Well, Constantine, we're going to take all of that state very soon. Now let's try to capture Algiers, push into Algeria even more. We got an air base here now, I think. Whatever, that's good. We have this division from the Russian Empire moving over to the... Okay, so what do we do with the 8th Army at this point? Let's maybe put them on the front with Japan, maybe? I don't know. We have to really think here to quit India movement. Okay, so what do? We can either stay constantly fighting with the Allies and the Americans, or maybe, I don't know, what do we do? I gotta think this through. Maybe we could just, like, push the... We had to send a few of our armies to fight the Allies, and a few of our armies to fight the Japanese, maybe? I don't know. We do have to help the Axis with that, though. At least we have Germany on our side with the war with the Japanese, who's mainly fighting them for us, as we're busy at this time trying to drive out the British, and, well, drive out the French mostly in North Africa, as well as the North Americans and the Filipinos. So they're going to be kicked out eventually of this area, I hope. And we've taken all of North Africa back all of East Africa. Italian East Africa is back under our control. Now at this point we're trying to link up the lines we have in Africa with the German lines. Just advance, please. Keep advancing. And we have a lot of units in where? I mean, we could just go ahead and go for West Africa at this point. We have some units here forced to retreat. Oh well. If we take this port, they're going to be surrounded if we take the port. Capture the port, please. Capture that port. Take it. Use. Good. We have tons of air support here. We should be able to capture Ananaba or whatever and capture that for Italy so that the French divisions and the American divisions protecting it. Okay, never mind. They're going to retreat probably, I think. Let's move in on them, though. Encircle them. Not encircle them, but at least leave them very little room to escape if they try to do so. The Americans are really sending a lot of troops into North Africa now. That's a little annoying, but whatever. And research slot available. We have a lot of research slots available. Let's get maybe expanded special forces program. What else? Get this stuff related to oil research. Get that. and excavation 4. That's going to be done. And how's everything going in the English Channel? Plenty of naval fights up there still. Battle of the English Channel, nothing is sunk. I think the American Navy is up here too, so that's a problem. We keep making air support. Okay, we have more naval bombers ready. Send out more of them. Anything else? Yugoslavia seeks a queen. Sure, get a queen. And that's going to give us royal ties or something. Deploy this naval bomber force into the English Channel. We have 400 naval bombers in the English Channel. Well, there are a lot of planes doing naval strike at this point. They're trying to take the planes out there, and it is pretty rough. They have tons of air support. They're really holding on to it quite well. Dockyards that are free, what do they need to do? We need to make more destroyers in general. Siam joins the Greater East Asian Co-Prosperity Spear. Okay. And I think they'll help the... I guess let's build some more convoys, maybe? Yeah, we'll do that. We already have tons of convoys, though, so I don't know. Siam, yeah, they joined that faction, the Japanese faction. And let's make some, I guess, make a few, what? More destroyers, I guess. Or submarines. Let's make some submarines. Submarines and destroyers. Get the Calvi class. That's going to be done. Siam's joined the war now. Great. And I think they're going to be fighting in Indochina. I believe they are. They're fighting allies there. And it's so much brutal fighting. What is Pakistan doing? They're part of the Japanese faction, I think. Yeah, they're part of the Greater East Asian Co-Prosperity Spear. Big mess. I don't know what the world they're trying to do. Just a lot of brutal fighting down there, well, in that part of the world. Well, in Asia, anyway. Just a very messy fight between all the factions. And no national focus set. Let's do naval air effort. Ace pilot is promoted. Okay. And any hope of driving out the allies yet? No. They're just making it very hard for us. That's all I can really say about that. We have our Navy up here, but they're not really equipped to fight that many ships, I think. Let's keep pushing into North Africa, though. And we took Algiers at this point, and they're going to be driven out of there, hopefully. We almost have it fully under our control. We just got to get to Oran, I think. And how is things going in Africa? Well, in East Africa, Central Africa at this point. We have linked up our troops, and we are now pushing into the Congo more. We're going to take Stanleyville. We might as well get West Africa at this point. I give up on trying to not get West Africa. If we don't get it, they're just going to make a huge issue out of defending it. And well, there seems to be an allied attempt to try and retake South Africa. The Germans are busy all over the place, and that's great. So we have some divisions here, 16 divisions in the 8th Italian Army at this point. Ace pilot promoted, good. And this is just a mess, isn't it? So what do we do with the 8th Italian Army? I don't know. I really don't know. What is our Navy doing? Let's stop. Okay, let's send the 3rd Reserve Fleet and the 1st Reserve Fleet to go join the main naval force we have in, I guess, the Netherlands. They'll join the main fleet we have to try and give them some more oomph, more numbers. And we've almost taken all of North Africa. That's good. And once we're done here, I guess we'll send the Italian 2nd Army off to do something. What that something will be, I'm not entirely sure. We're still pushing into Africa, well, into Central Africa, though. All of East Africa is under our control. We're going to take control of the Congo, hopefully, very soon. Is there any air bases down here we could use? Maybe there is some. I don't know. There is not really any. Whatever. We may have to move our divisions back, honestly. And just let... Yeah, I think I may just let the Germans handle North Africa. I mean, East Africa. I mean, West Africa. What am I saying? And there's a naval invasion. No, never mind. I thought it was something. Never mind. Let's keep pushing into North Africa. Let's take Casablanca. It's the only port left the French have here. And once it's gone, the Allies can no longer send in reinforcements to try and hold North Africa, which would be ideal for us. These divisions have to be deployed. These are a bunch of not colonial, but they're garrison defense forces. Let's also train some normal divisions, hopefully. We need a lot of guns for them, though. They're like 40 combat width, so they're very expensive to make, relatively speaking. We have an armor division from Russia that they're giving us for some reason. Thank you, Russian Empire. I appreciate it. And join war request. No research slot available. Let's maybe do, I don't know, let's research mountain infantry. That's going to be done. And we're still advancing into North Africa. Well, yeah, we're going to take care of the French presence here by hopefully capturing Casablanca. Once Casablanca is under our control, we'll be able to dominate that area entirely. And there's still a lot of fighting. Okay, we've surrounded the Congo with a Belgian contingent in the central Congo. The Allies are going to be destroyed there. They're going to lose that area entirely. And we're maybe going to pull back the army group we have down here and send them off to, I guess, maybe send them to the Netherlands to get ready for a possible naval invasion against the British. I don't know yet. But I think I'm going to end part 10 of my Italy playthrough here in Hearts of Iron 4 and Hearts of Iron 4. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe. Have an awesome day.